jungle as well, and you've got that Caitlyn for the late game and the split push potential coming out of the LeBlanc. I do actually really like what BBQ have put together.
It's new school comp coming through from BBQ. And the only question mark here is on if they're able to pull off the draft as one of these lower ranked teams rather than the quality of the draft, because Rek'Sai LeBlanc is immense pressure. You get the Rek'Sai or LeBlanc snowballing, you take down a turret in one of the side lanes where you have push advantage, you park a LeBlanc with teleport and a couple of items in the side lane, and you have immense map pressure and the double teleport. So on paper, excellent, clean draft from the side of BBQ. But if things fall apart, if they fall behind, if Rek'Sai is slowly building AD from the jungle while Renekton is also missing out on his power window, Samsung will predictably win this game at 40 to 45 minutes. So I was looking for a new script where they would potentially be looking with an earlier focus, but this is Samsung Galaxy with ambition. Back to standard for them, and another sighting of the Kled coming through from Cuvée.
Yeah, Cuvé's sort of new favorite there towards the top side of the map. And if you look down this lineup, Samsung are looking like a lot of comfort. Of course, Ambition on the Lee Sin is certainly a bit of a mix-up. He's played it a heck of a lot, but it isn't his flavor. We'll see whether it's going to be as we hop onto the rift for game number 1, BBQ versus Samsung. Okay, not a whole lot of fans in the stadium just yet.
Ghost is all alone.
Yeah, and Ambition wants this kill on the bottom side. That is going to be an easy Q, and they managed to get the kill over to Ruler. We said that Ambition, not necessarily that early game powerhouse, but he's going to flip the script on this one, Papa Smithy.
And just junglers rewriting the script and getting an advantage for Samsung.
Yeah, really looking good, but here's a possible 3-man gank onto a wounded Cuvée on the top side of the map. This could be a struggle. Of course, we've seen these dives go awry, and he does manage to go untargetable. It's going to be first blood going to Bless, but he'll die for it and lose his double buffs. That 1-for-1 trade is not what you're looking for, and only 10 seconds, and Cuvée will make it back. Crown's even going to be able to pick up the farm.
Yeah, a big grouped wave would have been the only difference, and still a disadvantage for BBQ, given how many people they invested into the top side. But with Crown picking up the minion wave, no sussing out this counter red buff steal. There comes the smite, but both of them are here.
Yeah, well, Crazy's going to slice and dice his way out, but Bear Trap is going to land onto Crazy. Lots of damage coming in, and that's going to be the shockwave. The Dissonance picks up the kill, and now Bless, he's in trouble. This is the Warrior Rek'Sai, remember. He's going to get blown up as Tempt makes his way through. Wants to be able to get the trade. Bless almost survives, but doesn't. The flash out from Ambition, he's looking for the Q, but it's going to be Cuvée that helps with the damage, and the double for Ambition. This early game now.
You'll see the replay here. So they turn onto Cuvée and then realize they need to back away. But there's so much time for Crazy to pop the Dominus, to flash, but just dies to the shockwave and the next immediate barrage of damage. Bless caught nowhere. Pops his ultimate just to have a chance to live for an extra second, and even flashes afterwards, but cruelly was taken down by Ambition with a parting Q. They turn on to Tempt. Big win here for the side of Samsung, and that cements their lead because they were the ones who set up the aggressive vision, predicted the counter invade by BBQ, and cleaned that up as well. Game where they needed to take the advantage early is, well, Rek'Sai can't see Ambition.
Yep, and that is going to be Bear Trap on a rope. Make that a Rek'Sai trap on a rope as Ambition's able to pick up that kill. That makes it his third for the game. He's now on a killing spree as well. So we're going to see the charge coming in. Totoro, oh, that's a fat flash.
PA vision, they didn't have the jungler there either. Speaking of the jungler.
Oh, good flash from Core JJ. Unbreakable comes in. He should still die as the, oh, the heal! The stand behind me, the one last auto attack, make it 2! And Ghost picks up the kill. Not too much more is going to come out of this, and Rift Herald is now stopped. We've got a Dominus coming out from Crazy as Ruler wants to get out of that stun and does so. Not going to be snared up like it is made of butter.
You see the difference between Samsung when they're getting focused down. As speaking of being focused down, Tempt's probably going to lose Skull.
Yep, is. The shotgun's his way back. He's trying to do what he can, but it's going to be Crazy that locks down the kill. So tempted fate just a little bit there.
Unnecessary from Cuvée.
Continue to put pressure on. Crazy going to run into Cuvée, but
Cuvé's happy to walk into this.
Yeah.
Violet Tendency does so much damage at this point, but LeBlanc's there as Baron is started by Samsung.
Oh, good flash from Crazy to get him off the charge. It's going to be the kill, but this trade should be happening. Teleport immediately to come in from both the solo laners as Bless. He's in trouble. This Baron actually needs to be focused because it's a man advantage. He's inside the pit, has to flash out. Oh my goodness, that shockwave was not what Crown was looking for. And this is going to spell the reset from Samsung. They have no tools to secure this Baron buff.
Surprising stuff from Samsung, pushing away when the Baron was sub 2,000 up, did not want to opt into a Smite War. Surprisingly measured given how many teams have lost in this scenario. Samsung pull would have been taken out if not for reinforcements on his side. It was actually risky for Ghost to push up that far. No one had vision of red side jungle. His ambitions fought all alone.
Yeah, Prob's dead. In fact is, he's going to be taken out. So Baron is of course still available. Possibly an opportunity, given that lapse of judgment that Ambition did have, and he's going to be gone for 30 seconds.
Same time, Crown is going. Juve will probably have to come in. Samsung pull off the Baron. It's on a Rek'Sai.
Yeah, they're going to be able to pick up the kill onto Bless very quickly. The stun comes down, Wild Growth, but he was pretty obviously dead. A bit of a wasted cooldown there as it's Cube that really wants this engagement. Samsung should be able to just head back towards the Baron. They've got sole vision of the area, a dissonance for the speed up.
Well, JJ tanking up the turret, doesn't have to worry. Shield, multitude of other factors, meaning he's happy to step up as comes 2 super minion waves, and maybe this will be the push as Ruler.
Oh, he throws it the right direction as well. Ruler's going to be able to lock down the kill for Crown onto the mid laner. And now with a man advantage and a charge here from Cube, it should be Samsung Galaxy pushing through for the victory. Academic is certainly the word that comes to mind as Samsung made this late game composition look like an early game one. The Nexus is going to go, and that is 1-0 so far in this series. We were expecting it to go a similar way, but after that Ever 8 series we had questions. Do you feel like they're on their way to being answered, Papa Smith?
It just feels like if you skipped week 3 last week of the LCK, this was Samsung business as usual. But if you had seen the last 2 series, you needed to see Samsung play a game like this. You saw the drafting like, oh, is it just going to be another late game, vacating the early game, another series where they win with a gold deficit? The answer was no. They didn't make the adjustments in draft, but they made the adjustments in play. Playing